Hello and welcome to the Sporting Tribune today here on KIRN 670 AM in Southern California, the Bet in Las Vegas, and the Hawaii Sports Radio Network. My name is Grant Mona. We are here right after an incredible Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I got a whole panel here. We got John Browner, we got Timothy Parker, David Bloom, Josh Tariff. We got everybody in here because we're going to need this firepower to talk about this game and kind of the rest of the series. I'm going to go around the horn first. John, I'm going to start with you. It's good to see you again, man. How you doing?
Always good to be here. Always good to be here. We starting with the game? You want me to hit it with the game?
Man, you can do whatever you want, man. You're on full screen now.
I like to cook. I like to get it quick.
Okay.
When I lay something out on this show, please listen, because I told y'all this thing is 6 or 7. I told y'all Wemby was going to vanish in one of these games. He just did it right away. He just did it right away. That was a very, I don't want to call it pathetic because he made up for it in the end, but he spent way too much time on the perimeter. Every three he makes, every team he's playing against should cheer. I thought Jalen Brunson, I thought the Knicks, I thought Karl-Anthony Towns deserves a medal for the way Karl-Anthony Towns played tonight. This was the best punch you're going to get from the Knicks, and they left with the win. So it was successful. Everything we saw from the Knicks tonight, Jalen Brunson giving you 30. Karl-Anthony Towns carrying the team when Jalen Brunson looked like he had torn his knee of some sort and then getting his foot stepped on by Luke Cornett because, they're still playing him. And just at every turn, the Knicks had an answer for what the Spurs were doing. And hats off to the Knicks. They played well tonight. They did their thing. But me personally, I think that's the best punch they can throw. And it just so happens they landed and they won tonight.
Tim, what do you got? Big Game 1.
I just want to go back to a few days ago when I said to John and the rest of the crew that the Knicks had some dogs. And I got laughed off the set pretty much.
They do.
How late did Shamit do tonight?
And it was Josh Hart basically kind of won that game for them. Obviously, Jalen Brunson played better than Wemby, but it was those steals, those rebounds from Josh Hart, and OG played well too. Those dudes, and McBride as well. It was those other dudes who came up. They're the reason they won this game. They outplayed the Castles, the Foxes of San Antonio. And even though I know a lot of guys on this panel picked the Knicks to win the series, I didn't go that far, but I knew the Knicks would have a puncher's chance beyond just Jalen Brunson.
David, what are your thoughts on Game 1 of the NBA Finals?
It feels reminiscent to Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. We all had a team that we thought would win, and we all had a team that were the underdogs, the up and coming, they have a fighting chance, and they came in and they stunned them. And I feel like what we saw in Game 2 of that series was a response. The Spurs are a good team. I mean, they just beat the Thunder, which is no easy task. We're going to get a response. But tonight, the Spurs looked like they bought all their hype. Like, they read everything about, oh my God, they took down the champions. This was the finals. The East is terrible. The Knicks are just the best team remaining. It doesn't even matter. They bought in. And they got punched in the mouth. They didn't expect, Brunson to come in and absolutely clutch it up against their entire team. They didn't expect Wemby to be the deficit to this team. But I think that what we've found from the Spurs team, right, with Castle and with Harper and Champagnie and Fox is if Wemby is on, they will win. If Wemby is off, they're wide open. And we're having multiple games this year, this playoffs, where it's like, okay, Wemby better turn it on. Victor better turn it on because we're waiting. Like, they want to win this game, and it just doesn't happen because he just plays that brand of basketball like you're watching 2021 Serge Ibaka, and he won't use
Clipper
great example.
Eyes. And you're like, get it in the paint. Stop. I get it. You can hit the threes, all right? I can't hit the threes, you can. I can't do anything you can, but get in the paint, please. Be 7'5". So we will see more of that. I know the Spurs are one of the smartest teams in the league, and they will go back to the drawing board and say, all right, you know what? We took them too easy. This is a feel me out game. They snuck in, but God, man, just like Tim was saying, credit to the Knicks. Like, they came out, they proved that they're more than just the best remaining in the East. And I mean, last year it was Clippers fans who had to watch their player win an NBA championship. Kings fans are not doing great, but Mavs fans, if it was not tough already, I'm sorry.
Josh, your thoughts on game 1 of the NBA Finals? The Knicks are up 1-0.
Oh, what an incredible back and forth game. I mean, it was so exciting. I had to run on the court late in the fourth and get a selfie. I don't know if you guys saw me do that, but
cleaned up quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I went right home after that. This is what you want in an NBA Finals game. You want back and forth action, players getting banged up, role players stepping up, refs not really getting in the way too badly. This was as good of a Finals game 1 as you could ask for. And I definitely want to echo John's sentiment was as far as the performance of Karl-Anthony Towns, because when Brunson went down, he did the interview. The interview was with Cat at the end of the first quarter, and you could just hear in his voice that the team was dejected and was like, oh no, our leader went down. And he just it sounded like he felt disheveled. But then towards the end of that quick interview, it's almost like we saw before our very eyes something click in him. And it was just like, no, we can't act like this. I have to guide them. Then we saw him leading timeout huddles, and he was pushing the team and guiding them along, pushing Hart to get all those rebounds. Landry Shamet playing 33 minutes off the bench. Cat was the reason that the team got motivated enough to hang in the game, and then Brunson turned back into Brunson. And this was just absolutely phenomenal stuff. And I want to just make one specific request, and that is to Stephen A. Smith. I know you regularly listen to the show, but give Danhausen everything he wants, because he just gave you the warning shot of, hey, you're ignoring him. Brunson went down.
Twice.
Okay, he went down twice. He got back up and finished the game, but he was warning you, Stephen A., if you don't give Danhausen the courtside seats and all the monies, as he says, he is going to recurse the Knicks. Don't do that. The Knicks need to win this for the sanity of New York. Stephen A., I plead with you, do whatever Danhausen says for Ben Stiller and Tracy Morgan and Spike Lee and all of them.
Cook. I was going to talk about these injuries too, because it's crazy that Jalen Brunson had this happen to him. You're watching it on our live stream here on X. He fell into, and that's usually a mechanism that we see for MCL.
So because you see that dog Landry Shamet out there playing solid defense. Yeah.
Hold on. What's your beef with Landry Shamet, John?
Landry Shamet played 33 minutes and got 13 points.
He made three of 6 from 3, 5 of 9 from the field, had 13 points off the bench in 33 minutes. Like, what's
he did great.
He got taken to the basket every single time. Let me add to this.
Shamet in the NBA Finals getting minutes. What does this world come to?
Let me add to this. David, I completely disagree with your breakdown. First of all, to say that was a gut punch, it wasn't. It was a good game played by the Knicks that the Spurs had control of, that Brunson went full Brunson. I didn't think that at any point in the game the Knicks had delivered something that the Spurs couldn't come back from, because even in the fourth quarter, they came back, I think it was an 8-point lead, or maybe I remember it was a 6-point lead, and they broke it down and ended up going up by 1, and then Brunson went full Brunson. So I thought that this was a very good back and forth game, that the better player in this particular game was Jalen Brunson. And the fact that we didn't get the performance like in game one we got in the Western Conference Finals from Wemby in game one, that we didn't get that in game one here. I think that kind of set the tone for what's going forward. Because I think in game two, they know how they're going to defend him now. Because I thought he did a good job against Mitchell Robinson when he was outside the three-point line. When he got inside the three-point line, he looked like he had never played basketball before. He looked like this was his first game in an important game when he got inside the paint, whether it be against, again, Karl-Anthony Towns was great tonight, but against Mitchell Robinson, he literally appeared to not even know what to do. So the back and forth nature of the game was very entertaining. And again, this was the greatest thing that could happen to the NBA. That these two teams playing your best rising star and your most popular team playing at the best it's played since 1999 in a massive market, which is New York City. So I thought the game was fantastic. I want 6 more of these. Whoever the outcome be, what the outcome be, but I want 6 more of these.
Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
Tim, go, please.
I think the Spurs are the better team in my opinion, but we kind of could have saw this coming when Wemby was crying after game one.
No, don't be that.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Tim. Keep going. This is what I'm saying.
They were too high. They probably needed just kicking the butt tonight. Now, I'll say, Wemby was out there like a Temu Steph Curry in his game tonight, just jacking up threes. Yeah, and that was the difference. I mean, obviously Brunson coming up, big clutch, and then all of these great defenders, like I said earlier, Castle and Harper and all this stuff. Brunson broke them down. That's the scary part for the rest of the series. Who's going to guard Brunson? All I heard to come into this game was all these defensive guards that the Spurs have that can slow him down.
Can I please attest to that? Can I please speak to that?
John, you may speak.
Before he got, if you notice, when he got going, it was against Champagnie and it was against Vassell. Those are the guys who he made shots against because the way that Mike Brown was designing these pick and rolls, and the Spurs were trying to avoid this because De'Aaron Fox's quickness played him well. He didn't play on offense tonight, but they were trying to get Castle off of him as best they possibly could. Because until that fourth quarter, when they figured out how to keep Castle off of him, Brunson was struggling. And this is before he got fall on his knee and step on his ankle. He was struggling with his shot in the mid-range because he was trying to see, could I beat Castle off the dribble? Could I get here on him? Could I get there on him? And he couldn't. Later in the game, when he started getting right to the basket, that was on Devin Vassell. That was on Champagnie. He found a boxer's rhythm against them, and that's when he got warm, and that's when he started cooking. So it wasn't that they couldn't defend him. It was that the Knicks, again, credit to the Knicks, they put the pieces to the puzzle tonight, and shout out to Mike Brown, who I don't really always give a lot of credit to. They were able to put the pieces together to find a matchup where he found his punching distance against those two guys, and he was able to score against them down the stretch.
And that defense with the Knicks also made the difference in the second half because Champagnie, 5 of 6 from 3 in the first half, 0 for 4 in the second.
Yep.
You had Dylan Harper, who played great, and for whatever reason was not really seen on the court towards the end of the game.
I don't understand this. I was just going to bring that up.
And De'Aaron Fox did his best James Harden impression tonight because he had the same amount of turnovers as field goals.
That was rough.
He looked just like him.
So it was a matter of Brunson kicking it on when the defense switches, to John's point, but then your Mikal Bridges, your Josh Hart, your OG Anunoby's defensive side causing the Spurs, for everyone not named Wemby, to have trouble figuring out what to do. And then when it was Mitchell Robinson in there against Wemby, he was just trying to jack up the threes and was, tonight, failing miserably at it.
David, go ahead.
The Knicks came in with a better defensive plan than I think the Spurs gave them credit for. I think, to Tim's point, Wemby's crying, winning the Western Conference Finals, which I get it. I'd cry too, but it all felt like, okay, all right, now we got the Knicks. We just beat the Thunder, the Knicks, and the Knicks came out and they played better defense than I think we were all expecting. And for a while, it seemed like all of a sudden, all right, it's still not going to be enough. The Spurs have control. And then one player stepped up, one player fell off. And the crazy part about game ones and this game one is this game will not be a testament to what this series is. These two teams are going to get in the lab, they will game plan, and we will see maybe 4 games down the road, 2 completely different looking teams because they both realize, oh, all right, this Wemby in the 3-point land stuff, that's not going to work. This Brunson going against Castle and going against their actually good guards, that's not going to work. Wemby in the paint against Mitchell Robinson, we need to fix that. We need to figure out why he can't do that and what we can do to remedy that. So, in all honesty, I expect that the Spurs will take game 2 very easily. And that's going to come down to... very easily. And that's going to come down to they lost. They're going to go game plan. They're going to go figure it out, bring it back. And the Knicks will feel so good that they won the game where you'll split. You'll go to New York. We'll have the whole celebration of the finals at the Mecca of basketball, Madison Square Garden, and we'll play a 5-game series. That's where we are.
Go ahead, John.
Can we? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I count this correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There are 5 men on this show. Okay? 5 adult grown men on this show. Can we stop talking about him crying like that somehow affects anything other than the moment he's in?
Thank you.
Can we not?
It was a great moment, but he was acting like he just won it all, and there's still a whole series left to play.
Go ahead, John.
Grant.
No, because it's your point.
The guy cries.
He's
emotional.
He's so more emotional winning the Western Conference Finals than Kevin Durant did winning 2 championships.
Well, that was pretty easy for KD.
Right now, if
he's a different player than KD. Series,
he's gonna cry again. He cried previously to beating Oklahoma City. It's 2026. As men, it's okay to cry.
Yes.
It's not a sign of weakness.
It is.
It's not a sign of weakness. It doesn't mean that you're not as tough as someone else. It doesn't mean anything other than you were so emotionally moved by something that happened that you were brought to tears.
It shows that you care about what is happening, and it's not about the paycheck. It shows that he absolutely cares about this, and it makes you connect with him. It adds the vulnerability, and it makes you want to root for him more.
We're getting on Tim like you guys got on me for the Dodgers take, and I love it. Keep going, guys.
Let's get back to Grant then on the Dodgers.
No. We're talking Dodgers now? Or?
Yeah.
This idea that either you want, because, there is a happy medium. You're right. Kevin Durant is not the happy medium. But there is a happy medium between Wemby and Donovan Mitchell saying, well, my life's pretty good. I think I'm going to be okay.
You're right.
If I'm in Cleveland, get this guy away from my basketball team.
Look, John,
that's what I'm saying.
Tim, go ahead.
I'm not clowning him for crying.
You're criticizing him.
I'm criticizing because the job is not finished. I'm not saying it's not okay to show emotion.
That job was.
But to me,
the job's not.
That he's not emotionally
what do you
ready.
want?
22 years old in his first playoff run. You can't be excited about being the
20,
defending champs in OKC or nobody
22
wins.
years old. 22 years old, where you're years away from your prime, and all the spotlight's on you so early in your career. You beat the defending champs on the road when nobody thought you could. That has every right to be emotional. And guess what? If they win the championship, he's going to be emotional. If they lose the championship, he's going to be emotional. Yeah. And you know what? I'm rooting for the loss emotional only because that is going to light this additional fire under him. And then the following season, he will win everything. Because this is a man that there are going to be movies made about. And part of that is going to be the actual emotion and the passion that he has at such a young age for the sport that he loves, because he knows he's a unicorn in this. He knows he sticks out. And that is why it matters. And that is why we cheer for him.
Can I?
I'm just saying.
Can I show you guys something? Can I just show you guys something?
Yeah.
This was on March 6th of this season. Okay. And the reason I know this is because it happened to the freaking Los Angeles Clippers, because of course it did. This is Wemby after a win in March. After leading a 25-point comeback against the Clippers that I thought the Clippers should be shot out of a cannon into the sky because they lost. He was crying after that.
All right, you know what?
He became the defensive player of the year after that.
I respect that he, as a man, can cry, and I think that that's the most important thing you can do as a human being is show emotion. So you know what? All right.
I'll stand down. Whatever. Like, keep on crying.
I'll stand down. Okay.
I just
do. I think that what do we like the stoicism of saying?
I don't. I don't. Like Kevin Durant, maybe he should be more emotional and have more championships. Okay.
The criticism wasn't about the crying. It was about, to me, it showed that he wouldn't be emotionally ready for game one. That's all I was saying. And that's all I was saying.
I don't think that's why they lost. I don't think that's
I don't either. And today I saw, because again, my timeline makes me want to punch myself in the face. I saw Emmanuel Moutier, if you guys remember him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Knicks legend.
Saying he wanted to retire after his second year in the NBA because he just didn't feel it. And we hear these things, and it just it pisses, as a person who loves basketball to my bones, it pisses me off that these are the guys that make it in the league and play in the league, and they don't even care about it. And then we get this gift of this guy who has no shame of crying in front of you to show you how much he cares about something when most men won't even cry in a dark closet.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a wild thing to, and I'm just not going after you two. It's such a wild thing to watch men on television talk like the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, and people who don't see this as a positive for the NBA, that you finally found someone who will show you how much he cares by giving every ounce he has on the court. And when he wins and he has nothing left, and because he gave everything he had, he's emotionally enough about it to be brought to tears. I don't see how anyone could say that affects anything else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, listen, I cried after my boxing class the other day, so I feel you. I was just saying. I just think
good job though.
And you should.
Good job though.
You got to the end of it, and you deserve that cry.
You deserve that cry.
Yeah.
And the cry wasn't from getting knocked out or anything, right?
No. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I think this emotion thing, that's why I put out a video on it, because I was like, dude, I love this. Like, when have we had players that have cared like this after going to the final? Like, we've seen players cry. All the greats do it. Michael Jordan cried after, and of course that coincided with his father passing and all that stuff. But we've seen a lot of greats. Like LeBron cried after he won in 2016. What do you want? Oh, high five. Yes. Okay, great. We got, when players win big games, when they have big milestones in their careers, these greats, they know how hard they work. Like Kobe was crying a lot, and he's one of the most stoic guys that we've known, and he would cry. And I know that's winning after the finals, but my point here is big moments, and especially for a 22-year-old kid. This is not a 30-year-old Wemby. Maybe he'll change over time, but this is his first playoff run against the defending champs at a place that nobody wins at in a Game 7 on the road, and they just basically took the crown in the West. That's why I think it's okay. In segment 2, we're going to get to more of this because there's still so many parts of this that we want to dissect, but we're going to go to break here on the Sporting Tribune today. As you can tell, segment 2 is probably going to be very, very fun, but let's get to the commercial.
It's all coming together. Piles of statistics, pages of box scores, years of wisdom right here if I could just find my pen.
What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Oh, me too. And done.
What?
BetOnline.ag. The best online betting site.
BetOnline.ag.
A little easier than what you got going on here.
Thanks. Oh. Huh.
Join today and use promo code BETNOW to receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
All right, we are back on the Sporting Tribune today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network, KIRN, the Bet in Las Vegas. We still have a lot to dissect here. There's this narrative, guys, coming into this series, and I think we touched on it a little bit, but that the Spurs guards would be probably too much to handle for the Knicks. And I actually bought into that. I was like, oh my God, the quickness, the athleticism, Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, all this stuff. Well, De'Aaron Fox was absolutely awful. And I'm going to present the question to you guys. Is De'Aaron Fox a part of the Spurs next season?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
That was a pretty
How are we doing?
quick
Are we
yes.
all voting? Because I vote
Yes.
no.
I vote yes.
Tim?
I would say no.
Josh?
I said yes.
Okay, Josh, you were probably the only one to say yes. Why do you say yes?
Well, I say yes because he obviously, these last few games, you could certainly throw it out the fact because he has not been delivering. But when we put in the combination of how he really helps facilitate, the team in getting the lobs and everything and guiding the team around. Now, is he going to be there for the next 4 or 5 years? No. Yeah, I don't agree with that because, again, the other guys will continue to grow. I do think, though, as much of an issue as De'Aaron Fox has been, I still feel Keldon Johnson is the bigger issue right now.
I was going to bring that up too.
Because, again, I mentioned this, I think, last week. 6th man of the year played 8 minutes tonight.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a reason that the coach did not put him in much because of the lack of confidence that he has clearly had in him. And when he's only playing 8 minutes, 1 of 4 from the field, so he really did not much of anything because he didn't have much time to do anything. Where are we going with that, with the depth? Because we have seen, and we're fully aware, the teams that have been succeeding these last few years in the NBA are because of their depth. Obviously, Thunder, we know there's no question about it. The Knicks had the depth going. Because they had not 9 players in double figures of minutes. And everyone that did delivered. But all of a sudden, with the Spurs, who have the depth, Keldon Johnson barely played. And then, again, Dylan Harper, for whatever reason, wasn't being seen at the end. You had Harrison Barnes play more minutes than Keldon Johnson. These are the questions. And then especially if De'Aaron Fox is playing poorly, as we circle back to that, then you do have to try to make the adjustment because you have the depth to be able to push that. So there are definitely those two issues. But to go back to the main thing as far as De'Aaron Fox, I think he's still a former All-Star for a reason. He is still the caliber type guard that can facilitate and lead. Now he just has to get used to being the fact that, hey, with the skills on this team, you might not be the number 2 option anymore. You're pretty much right now the way Stephon Castle's been playing and the way Dylan Harper has been emerging more and more, you're turning to the number 4 option. That doesn't mean that you have to disappear. You still have to be there for your teammates. So I definitely see him there for one more year to help groom them some more. And then from there, they figure out where to go.
I think the biggest problem with De'Aaron Fox is that he's there to lead them, like you said, as a veteran presence. But you got to remember, he's from the Sacramento Kings land of not making
the great Sacramento Kings. Don't forget the word "great" in there.
He's coming from He doesn't know anything about getting this far in the playoffs. He doesn't know anything about leading them in the finals. So what can he really tell anybody else about being in this position? And then when he finally does make it to the finals in game 1, he disappears. So what is his value to the team?
I don't think he's going to be back for reasons of development for the other guys around him.
Yes,
I think his inability to show up in these moments, he didn't show up pretty much in all of the Oklahoma City series into the last game, pretty much at the closeout portion of that when all the work had been done, and then he shows up. The high ankle sprain is clearly affecting him.
Yeah,
but if you're going to play, I don't care about what's hurting you. That's just my own personal opinion because the game will be won or lost, and that level of excuse or it was his ankle, I don't want to hear that. So you're on the court, you need to perform, and what you have with, that's what you're performing with. And I thought he took it upon himself to try to get his offensive game going at a point when Champagnie was making every three, at a point when Dylan Harper was coming in and crashing boards and getting to the basket. I thought the ideal reason why you have De'Aaron Fox is what happened at the end of the second quarter. Clearly, he set that play up to pick and roll, penetrate, and kick to the corner for Champagnie to end the half on a three to take them into halftime up 7. That's what he's on the floor for. And I think he may have lost sight of that because he's struggling so bad offensively, he can't find his spots to score. And so now he's just trying to score whenever he thinks he's got an angle, and he just doesn't have the lift. And because of that, I think Mitch Johnson went with him way too long in the fourth quarter and at the end of this game in the second half, primarily in the third quarter when he's thinking it up. That's when more Dylan Harper should have been played. I thought, this idea that the 6th man of the year, he's going to get played off the court in this series because he can't guard Karl-Anthony Towns. He just can't. He can't guard Mikal Bridges. He can't guard OG Anunoby. Wemby's guarding Josh Hart. So there's really nothing for him to do. He was about to foul out. And so Mitch Johnson, that was the only smart thing Mitch Johnson did tonight, was not let his man foul out because he was hacking all over the place.
De'Aaron Fox in the fourth quarter,
close.
David, 0 points, 11 minutes. Dylan Harper led the Spurs in scoring through 3 quarters. What are your thoughts, David?
That's the big thing about Fox is where was Dylan Harper? Because it's not just, Fox
wasn't in foul trouble either, David.
No,
he was fine.
I don't know where he was. I'm just as confused as everybody because Dylan Harper, who had been playing amazing in his first finals, because it's his first year in the league. He's been playing that good in the entire game, but now he's not in and Fox is in. It just amplifies whatever De'Aaron's doing. If it's good, it's great. If it's bad, it's terrible. And it was terrible. Do I think that he has a roster spot? Yes. I think, of course, he has a roster spot going into next year. You don't want to just move off a piece like that, but we have seen him thrive in an environment of Sacramento that was up and coming, fun, never really gonna do anything, but we have the spark going to San Antonio, who have championship aspirations right now. That's a much bigger stage, and clearly De'Aaron, he's hurting something, not ready for it, but if they can get him out of that primary or secondary scorer role, and they can just put him into that facilitator speed, get the steals, get on the move, that's where he fits. And then you get Harper in to be that more bully ball, kind of find your spot, pick your floaters, get your and one. You got Castle, Champagnie is out on the 3. That is how you build the team. I think that the Spurs got very good very quick. And they didn't necessarily understand, okay, what makes this team as good as it is besides for the player that we have. So they've been trying to figure out, why are we so good? And they have a good idea of it. But when you get good faster than you expect or faster than the timeline, sometimes you trust in somebody that just can't play. Sometimes you don't believe in somebody that is the real reason you're there. So if you're San Antonio, it's about time to hand the reins over to the kids, get Harper in the game, let Wemby be 7'5", and put De'Aaron in a box a little bit.
See, but in doing that, what do you need him around for? You don't need him as the
That's what I was
man.
just gonna say.
You have Castle as a ball handler. You have Harper as a ball handler. So I think they're going to use his contract, and they're still going to use his name value to bring in a bruiser, somebody who can stop Wemby from getting his ass kicked every time they play somebody more than 250 pounds. I think that's the Spurs' next move. Is to get them a Charles Oakley level player.
I think Steven Adams will be great for them.
Yeah.
If this
Steven Adams,
if Steven Adams would be fun for them.
Now, this is not what this conversation is about, but
sure.
If the Spurs show up with Draymond Green next year, don't be surprised, because they need somebody.
That's a wild take, bro.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
They need somebody next to Victor Wembanyama, who everybody in the league knows. If I do something to him, this guy's going to do something to me. And that's what you need. That's what's missing. That's the only thing this team is missing. They don't need another ball handler. They don't need another vet, because these guys need to grow together. So every experience they have gives them veteran leadership and experience as a unit. They're playing as a unit right now. That's where their experience is coming from. That's where their value is right now. And by having De'Aaron Fox not give you what the traditional vet does, what do you need him for? He's just in the way of Harper gaining the experience. He's the reason Harper was watching those very expensive seats tonight.
You know, John, De'Aaron Fox is, in theory, supposed to be the guy that can come in, be an isolation scorer, get you a clutch bucket, get in the paint, draw fouls, get those layups, hit those floaters, hit the threes when you need them, kind of like we saw flashes of in the regular season.
But who does that for them now? Stephon Castle, Devin Harper.
Exactly. If he's not going to be that guy, then he's an expensive facilitator.
By the way,
I also think that Dylan Harper is better with the ball in his hands and not playing off ball. So there's your conundrum right there, is that
But he's also, I don't mean to interrupt you, but he's such a great offensive rebounder as well. If you watch his weak side crashes, that's where he's getting most of his offensive rebounds from. And so him being off the ball, him being on the court is a plus, period, is what we found out in the last week and a half.
Dylan Harper actually broke a record tonight, because he's youngest player in NBA history to score double digits in a finals game. And he did it in his first 6 minutes.
And then watch the rest of the game.
And then watch the end of the game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, okay, hold on. Can I? Yeah, that's a great point. I was just going to ask that, Tim. Is Mitch Johnson going to be out-coached by Mike Brown? Like, are we going to see cracks in the armor by a young coach that's playing against a team that has veteran players? Like, they went through their lumps. They went through the conference finals. Like, Mike Brown's he's coached in the finals before. Like, are we going to see that? Or do you guys think that the coaching kind of doesn't really matter? What do you think?
Yeah. Mike Brown got him tonight, because they figured out they figured out the puzzle to how to get Jalen Brunson against Devin Vassell and how to get him against Champagnie. So Mike Brown figured it out tonight. I don't think Mike Brown could do that 4 more times.
My question is,
there's always an adjustment to the adjustment, Tim. Go ahead.
Correct.
Well, and he doesn't need to do it 4 more times. He only needs to do it 3.
My question is, my question is, what is Mitch Johnson going to do with Wemby? And it goes back to what John was saying about he expects Wemby to disappear in a couple of games. What is with Wemby's game? Like, he chooses sometimes to play in the paint. He chooses sometimes to play in the perimeter. What can Mitch Johnson do? Or do you just let your star be your star? How far can Mitch Johnson coach him at this point? Or do you just let him do his thing? Like, I don't know the answer to that, because we've seen Wemby play multiple ways and win multiple ways. Tonight, it didn't work.
You know, Tim, we're all looking for everybody else right now. We're all looking for, where was Dylan Harper? What's Castle doing? What's Fox doing? Why isn't Keldon Johnson showing up?
What the hell that cat doing back there?
Yeah, your cat is looking for someone new.
No, Cat was fantastic.
He's playing better than De'Aaron Fox did tonight. All right,
that's true.
He's emulating the actual.
He showed up
cat.
at least.
He showed up. He's here. He's here. He's playing.
On the Cat Clipper at 5.
Yeah, he can be like a good 3-and-D guy. Like, he could give you like 30 to 35 solid minutes and just run the court. But we're all looking for who's not showing up when You have a 7'5", should be the MVP. Everyone is anointing him the face of the NBA. I mean, he's getting everything he could ever want from the world, and he's not showing up. So we can talk about, oh, where was this guy? Where was this guy? Why did they do this? What was this adjustment? Where's your star? Where's your biggest, literally, player? Why
not
is
being
he not
coached.
showing up in your biggest moments?
Was
He's
that
getting
coaching,
beat by Mike Brown.
I mean, like,
give me some more of that. Give me some more of that. Give me some more of
Tim,
that.
Tim, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like, why are you just letting him pull up 9 times? Like, you can't do that. You can't let him.
But Tim, do you think that Wemby right now has the strength to go down there every single offensive possession and not get fatigued?
Yes.
I would say yes, but he doesn't have to. He can beat these centers off the dribble too because he's that talented. Like, he doesn't have to.
But I just don't think that right now Wemby, with his frame and where he's at in his career, can do that for a 48 or however many minutes he plays. I just think that his body isn't ready yet for that, and that's why you see him take possessions off and.
Young player.
Like, yeah, he has this. I'm not saying like he doesn't have the stamina. He's probably not getting tired, but I'm saying the physical part of trying to get your position in the post and ask for the ball and get around guys and get your matchups and seal guys off in the paint. Like, I don't think he's there yet. He will.
In the games he dominated against the Thunder, he did it.
Okay. Well, okay,
and
one game.
That's just what it is.
Let me add this too, because I wanted to see if you were going to hit on what I was going to hit on.
I didn't.
What happened with Mitch Johnson tonight is what happened continuously through the Thunder series, with the exception of one game. There are ways to screen big to big. There are high-low screens. There are different types of sets that you can run to get him freed up to cross the lane to post up on the low block. He doesn't have to lumber and push and fight his way from the top of the key all the way down to the box to ISO like Shaq used to do.
I was going to say that.
He's never going to do that. So what you need to do, and I don't know why Mitch Johnson hasn't done this. Maybe Mitch Johnson is just letting his guy be his guy, while not also knowing sometimes I have to coach him into better positions to score. Mitch Johnson hasn't done that on a lot of occasions up until this point. He's not putting Victor Wembanyama in the best position to score against the defenses that he's against. And that's where I desire more from him in that particular space, because I haven't seen that from him. He's relying on Wemby's greatness to get him through certain portions of the game, when sometimes the coach has to come with an idea as well to get you open. There are no back picks for him to hit the box. There's no cross screens for him to hit the elbows, no short corner. They're not really drawing anything up for him that doesn't involve him dribbling 4 or 5 times against 3 people.
They're not being creative enough. They're not finding those little extra ways to win. And the Knicks right now in game 1 are. They're finding the little bits where they can to take the game. They're finding the ways to get their players open and set plays up and get guys on the defenders they want to get them on. So this game this isn't a throw out the tape kind of game. This is a study the tape kind of game.
Agree.
And learn you can't just play iso ball with this guy. You don't have to play him like prime Shaq, but let him be tall. Like, even if you played him from the elbow and you gave him more of those shots, like, I'd rather those mid-range shots than him chucking 9 threes. I do believe, as much as we are frustrated with Mitch Johnson, and as much as he fumbled the end of that game, I do believe that he is here for a reason, and the Spurs are here for a reason, and they will go back in game 2 and they will fix a lot of this. And if they don't, then they do not deserve to win this championship. If they cannot fix these little things that seem so simple, but they got beat tonight. They walked in, they had confidence, they were taking a series at home, and they got beat.
As great as Josh Hart is, there's no reason for him to have more rebounds than Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, that's insane. He had 15.
Yeah, and Wemby had the same amount as Cat. Wemby should be getting at minimum 15 rebounds a game.
15's a lot, bro. Like 15, like that's great.
I'm aware. Once upon a time, Dennis Rodman was averaging more.
Oh man,
That's all Dennis Rodman did, though. Like he didn't do anything else.
Can I say this? Can I say this in Wemby's defense? Because of the game plan, he's the only player they box out on every play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his rebound numbers they don't reflect positively on the box score, but watching the game, he's the only player. I mean, Shaq didn't get boxed out this much. He's the only player I see get boxed out every single play, sometimes by two guys. So yes, his rebound numbers oftentimes seem pathetic. I think he had a game where he had one rebound. But it's because whenever he touches the paint, sometimes they box him out at the 3-point line just to be safe. So, yes, he should rebound more. Josh Hart probably will out-rebound him for the totality of this series because you're not boxing out Josh Hart.
Dog. Who? Josh Hart.
Dog. Yeah, see?
Landry Shamet. Dog.
You're right.
OG Anunoby.
No,
dog.
you're absolutely right.
Dog.
Everybody's looking at Wemby to say, do not let him get those rebounds. He's going to go get those offensive boards. So the excess pressure and the over worry of him getting the rebounds changes the box score, and it doesn't reflect. It's a testament to how good of a rebounder he is, or maybe even just how tall he is, that he can go get these boards. You'd like to see him fight through, but when you're getting double teamed and you're getting specifically boxed out, go get the rebounds, the other guys. Let me see the other guys go get the boards. And that is where Harper shines. That's part of his game, is he'll say, okay, Wemby, I see what you're doing. I'm going to go get these boards. Castle is in there getting some boards. That part of the game, if the Spurs can figure out a way to get Wemby on the glass, because what was happening a lot is on the offensive glass, Harper, Castle, those guys who get the board, they go up and it wouldn't go in because they have much taller defenders around them. If you can have a guy like Victor Wembanyama down there getting those offensive rebounds, that's a bucket. That's not just a rebound. That's a guaranteed bucket.
Can I real quick? I know we're getting ready to wrap it up, but I want to put my tinfoil hat on for a minute.
Ooh, I love these
for fun conspiracy to end.
Yeah,
because one of the other big news pieces that's happened over the last week or so is my Orlando Magic have a new coach, who is Sean Sweeney.
Oh yeah,
of the San Antonio Spurs. My tinfoil hat is trying to tell me that maybe Mitch Johnson has gotten annoyed because everyone feels that Sean Sweeney's kind of been the Wemby whisperer and has really helped him develop. That he got annoyed at the fact that Sweeney took a job while they're still in the playoffs.
NFL route.
And Mitch Johnson is like, no, I'm going to lead the way because I'm showing why I was in the Coach of the Year conversation and leaded it. And Sweeney's like, okay, go ahead. And Wemby's numbers have since been going down.
You know, I saw him celebrate, Josh, after they won Game 7 in Oklahoma City. I saw Sweeney. I was like, what are you laughing for? You're an Orlando Magic now.
That's right. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
By the way, great hire, but his defense got cooked tonight in the second half.
It was Mitch Johnson's defense. That's my point. It wasn't Sean Sweeney.
Of course.
The next suitor for the Giannis sweepstakes, Orlando Magic.
I don't believe that one. I don't believe that one. That's not happening. Wild. That's not happening.
Giannis is going to be on the Bucks next year. Why do we
bigger
keep
than
doing
coaches?
This
It's bigger than player coach. These guys go back years. Sweeney and Giannis, just best
year.
Buds.
That's
wow, Paulo for Giannis. Can you guys? I can see it now.
He hates a jump shot.
That ain't happening. That is not happening.
Giannis
will not be in Orlando.
I hope for the Magic's sake that doesn't happen. Let that young team continue to grow.
Agreed.
Agreed. Don't do that.
Okay, guys, we're gonna end the show now. You guys have been awesome. We didn't even have to talk about Myles Garrett to my beloved Rams. Unless you guys want to do a post show, I will gauge interest here?
I'm always down to talk more
Let's
Myles
go.
Garrett. I'm down for Myles
you
Garrett.
know what? F it. We'll do it live as what is the name? Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah,
Bill O'Reilly.
Yes.
We'll do it live. All right,
Do it
we're
live.
gonna end the radio show here now on terrestrial, even though we had an extraterrestrial not show up in game 1. And then we
I see what you did
like
there.
that one.
I
And
did.
then we will get to the
Very
post
good.
show as soon as I stop talking here on the Sporting Tribune today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, now we can get to it. I will cut all this out in post. We were talking about Giannis. How about that? I just brought that up.
Let's not.
John hates the Magic idea, and so do I. But hey,
I also hate the Magic
We
idea.
have a
don't
Magic
even
fan
like
in
the
here
Magic
that doesn't like
idea.
it.
I think that's just a weird.
It wouldn't fit well. He wouldn't fit in that dynamic, especially if you have to get rid of one of your 2 best players to get him. That will just destroy the chemistry.
Can I take a poll here and see if
Yes,
I'm the
love
only
these.
person that doesn't believe this? Giannis is turning into a queen. And he gets to
like
do
Damian Lillard.
Oh, that's
he gets to do whatever he wants in Milwaukee. He can bitch, he can get coaches fired, he can get guys traded. He
he won a
whatever,
championship in Milwaukee.
He
could do
and
whatever he wants.
and that's why he won't leave.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of
Giannis
this
is
saga.
the dude at the party who the party's fucking off the chain, but it's over.
The Bucks want him to leave at this point, though.
You gotta go home, dog. Like everybody's trying to lay down. If you've ever been to a college party and the party's awesome, everybody's drunk, it's 4 a.m. and the only people left at the party are the people who live there, and a guy like Giannis. When you go, bro, he goes, no, is there any more beer? No,
we're going to sleep.
But that's when you can walk down the street to the 24-hour liquor store and get a Mad Dog 2020, and you're good.
No, we want everyone to get out.
You turn off all the lights when he goes to get more beer.
Right.
Yes.
You lock the door when he goes to get more beer.
This idea that he wants to leave is a media creation. They've offered the world for this guy. Multiple teams have offered large trade packages for him, and they ask him every fucking time. So what do you want to do? I don't know what you want to do. He's your girlfriend when it's time to eat. I don't know what you want to do. What you want to eat, baby?
Whatever works. Whatever you want.
The end is near. I think the end is finally near. Because in the past we know that Giannis will always say, "I just want to stay. I just want to, whatever." It's clear at this point that the Bucks are pushing him out the door because they can't win with him anymore. They tried everything. They got every coach imaginable. They got every player imaginable. They tried everything he wanted to do, and it's over. So now it's like he clearly is like, pack up the bags and kick him out. Like it's obvious at this point. He's not going to be a Milwaukee Buck this year.
Well, the Bucks.
John's going to love
the
this
Bucks did
graphic.
themselves
The fuck is? Oh my god!
Knew John would love. John, what?
Who the fuck?
Jesus, what is this?
That's one of the
Alex
suitors.
Caruso. Hold on.
That is Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. That's not Alex Caruso.
Does Tyler Hero wear a headband?
Here's one of your problems. If you're the Bucks, I'm not pushing him out of the door for Tyler Hero. I'm pushing him out of the door for Bam Adebayo. And no, I'm not giving him up for that. You can kiss my ass.
I agree.
No Tyler Hero fans in here.
I agree with John that you should not be traded him where the centerpiece is Tyler Hero. I agree with him on that. I'm going to stick with what I said months ago on this show, where then everyone went at me like we went at Grant with his Dodger topic, and that was the fact that Giannis will be on the Thunder.
Boom!
Ooh.
Wow, it just broke. Woj just broke it, even though he doesn't even do that anymore.
No, like it is the type of thing. Whether we ignored it. Whether it's Chet, or whether it's Jalen Williams, plus a number of their picks that they got, the Thunder, especially being the fact that they lost to the Spurs, are going to be like, oh no, we need another weapon, even though they don't. Their mindset is going to be, how are we going to compete with them? And they're going to risk blowing everything up to add Giannis to it and hope it works.
No, I don't think Sam. I don't think Sam. Yeah, but I don't think Sam Presti would do Sam Presti's all about chemistry and building.
They would want one of those young all-star players plus a bunch of their picks because you have your centerpiece and you have the youth.
Now, I'm with John on this one. He's not going anywhere. It's a lot of talk. It's a lot of stuff. It's the same thing with LeBron. He's not going anywhere. We're gonna have this conversation.
You don't like the bakery guy that said that he is?
Let me also say this. Now, I didn't know he was clairvoyant like this because that's the only trade that it makes sense after what happened to Chet. Chet's got to go play somewhere else, buddy.
Wow, you guys are that out already.
That's got a weird career arc now.
John and I have been seeing eye to eye on a lot of things today. I'm liking this.
Already out on Chet?
Chet, no. Listen,
I'm not saying out on him, but
Chet as a number one piece. Again, Chet was almost Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah. Chet's an all-NBA player.
Yes.
If you put Chet Holmgren in the Eastern Conference, he's one of the top 5 guys in the Eastern Conference because it's just him. But at the end,
he will be the starting center in the East.
In the All-Star game, he'll be the
right. That's what I'm saying.
MVP votes in Milwaukee. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's a bad player. I'm out on him, but because he vanished, Wemby stole his soul. Mortal Kombat style, live on television in a 2-week span. You cannot expect for him to get over that. So he's got to go play in a place where the next time he'll see Wemby in an important game, it'll be in the championship. And get there like that.
Wow. So you seriously think that Chet like this just is going to ruin his career?
No, that was that was his Ben Simmons. His Ben Simmons performance that get you out the door.
Well,
I'm not saying.
You're not
Chet 2 firsts and a swap for Giannis.
I think it'll be Chet 2 firsts and somebody like Casey Wallace.
Sure,
somebody like
that also works.
Somebody like AJ Mitchell. Like they're gonna have to give up 2 pieces and a pick because Giannis that gives them a big 3. Now I don't think that plays well on the floor together, but if you're looking for the biggest piece to move and a team with the most assets and the space to do so, because Chet's contract and Jalen Williams' contract kicks in next year, it actually works from a standpoint of money, and that's how most NBA trades work. Money, and so that's the most likely thing of any of this turning out. Outside of that, I doubt that happens because Sam Presti is a guy who likes to hoard his players.
Sam Presti doesn't like to go and make these crazy trades. He likes to sit on picks. He likes to think about the future.
Exactly.
If any, I guess maybe, but I'm very stout on the fact that Giannis is not going anywhere. It's all hearsay. It's all media. It's all something.
It's like the Damian Lillard. Remember when it's like, he's going to the Heat. It's a done deal. I was like, bro, it is August. I don't want to hear about this anymore. And he ended up not even going to the Heat. And now the Heat are throwing their damn name in there again. Like Pat Riley's even awake at the time to make trades.
Bro, this idea that the Heat are still some mastermind culture. LeBron shattered the image of what the Miami Heat's front office was, and Jimmy Butler almost repaired it, and then he went asshole on them too. So the idea that the Miami Heat is some forward-thinking, ahead-of-the-curve organization, they're not. That's over. And if they decided that they're going to trade for Giannis and then they're going to give the Bucks peanuts, the Heat don't even
have nothing.
They don't even have good picks.
They don't have anything.
Why are the Heat involved in every hypothetical trade?
Guys, look at this trade offer, David. Like,
let me get out of here. And it's like, he's going to go to the Heat. Let's look what the Heat can offer. What?
Why would the Bucks want a guy that hasn't barely played any games in Tyler Hero? Jaime Jaquez, who is just a role player. He's a decent role player, but he's a role player. And Khalil Ware, which I like, but it's not like I actually really like Khalil Ware.
Who's going to get him the ball?
But I'm saying, like, for the Bucks, what does that solve for? Like, what does Tyler Hero, Jaquez, and Ware do for you? Now, the 13th pick is the most intriguing because I think you could get a pretty good player there. But it's not anything, it's not like anything that you're going to transform your organization. Tyler Hero is going to be our cornerstone for the future.
And you can't build
Tyler
because
Hero
you
is
get
not
all your
even the
picks
Miami
in Portland.
cornerstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes back to what John was saying earlier. Maybe the Bucks are just sick of Giannis' shit, and it's time to go. They don't train him for whatever.
Go home, bro. Get out of
I'm just so happy because when I brought this up in February, I was being read the riot act on this show, and now, yes, all of you were just like,
believe him.
All of you were just like, you're out of your mind. Why would there's no way that the league would do that, the Bucks would do that, or this or that.
There's definitely a way that the Bucks do it. I just don't think any of these offers are good.
Listen to what he's saying though. I'm with you because I wasn't here when this happened.
Right.
I can see how this happened.
I mean, I've always been happy since I met John that he's joined the team, but now, especially in this conversation, I'm like, all right, John's my guy. John's my guy now.
In December, in January, in February, you would be a damn fool to break up this team. But after Chet has been exposed, after his manhood has been put into question, you got to do something with him. Mm-hmm. And this makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
And Chet has enough accolades that Milwaukee can sell that to their fan base. Like, yes, he had a rough series, but this kid was the number 2 pick. He played at Gonzaga. You know who he is. We can build around him. We got somebody who is as versatile as Giannis, can bring some of the similar attributes to the table as Giannis. It makes sense. And I can see why at the time.
Plus that other role player, plus 2 lottery picks this year because you'd have their own pick and the Thunder pick.
Player.
And another player, yeah.
Like, don't be shocked if they threw Lou Dort in there because they can't re-sign him. That's a great sign-and trade.
That'd be you can make the argument that the Bucks win that trade, getting the picks plus Holmgren and Dort.
So are you guys saying
now you're making sense? See, now they love you. Now they love you. See
right,
what happened?
Right. Look at this.
But hold on a
minute.
Listen,
it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I just listen. I think Giannis on the Thunder would be unbelievable. But John, you were just saying with the Magic, like let them develop, like let them grow.
Yes.
Like Chet is in his mid-20s, and we're acting like he's like. Why are we acting like he's 34 and his career's over because he just got crushed by a 22-year-old?
Grant, let me ask you a question.
They just lost in Game 7 by like 5 points. It's not like they got blown out in the second round. It's like,
and if Chet played his average, they would not have gone 7 games.
Fine, okay, but he was awesome in the playoffs last year for them. He was good.
You know who wasn't there last year?
Oh my gosh.
Let me ask you a question, Grant. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You want to see a dead body? Because I can show you one. His name's Chet Holmgren.
Are you going to take my football and throw it around too?
What you don't see, that didn't happen to Francois Wagner.
That was in the next.
That didn't happen to him. He was hurt. He had a high ankle sprain similar to De'Aaron Fox. But you didn't see him get exposed in a playoff series. For the world was watching that. The basketball world.
I don't care about the world. I care about what's on the court. Like, I don't care what people have to say about it. I don't care. Like, they shouldn't care about what I have to say, but they should look at on. You just said it. He was a all NBA player, all-star, right?
Yeah.
And he won them. He was a part of a championship team last year.
Yep. Who was
again? Obviously, the Sixers would never made it as far as the Thunder. But the Ben Simmons comparison. The Ben Simmons comparison.
Where did Ben Simmons come from in all this?
Clipper legend, by the way.
What are you doing right now?
An all-star who disappears in Game 7, a moment so bad that you have to get rid of him. That's the comparison.
Ben doesn't have a jump shot.
Ben Simmons was cooked even before. Like, he can't shoot. He was scared to take a jump shot. And yes, I guess Chet was scared to do that too.
I guess.
So wait, are we saying that Chet's gonna have a Ben Simmons career arc? That's sad.
Oh God, no. Oh no.
I was gonna say that's sad, man.
He's lost the fan base, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if he has. I think he's lost media. Like, the media is like, oh, you got to trade for Giannis, blow everything up. What are you doing? And I think the Thunder internally are like, who cares? Like, we'll get
Grant,
him next year.
Probably like, okay, you guys got this year, we got last year. Let's go again, round 3. Like, let's,
There will be no round 3. Here's why. The Oklahoma City Thunder do not want to pay the luxury tax to the tune of what they have to pay now.
I see the money
apron.
part.
And because of that, if I'm going to pay that, I need to be as close to a guaranteed win as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Chet doesn't do that anymore.
Giannis does.
Giannis does. The Spurs will be better next year, no matter what happens in the NBA Finals. They will find a way to improve on this roster. So the Oklahoma City Thunder have to look across them next year in the Western Conference Finals and go, all right, you scared Chet out of here. Now we got a bigger dog. Now we got somebody who is just going to be you and him, and everybody else can get down to business. You can't go back against him with Chet. You can't do that. And plus, you're probably going to lose Hardenstein, a.k.a. Frankenstein, because of the money he's going to have to be paid now.
I agree.
That's Dort, Hartenstein, and who's the third person they have to pay? But they have to pay
J-Dub.
No, they already the other one. So they have to pay these guys. And so therefore, if we're going to go into the second apron, which is kneecapping teams, it's changing the forecast of how guys are doing things. And we're not 100% sure we can win. Oh, we're not doing that. Stan Presti ain't doing that. Them folks, Clay Bennett ain't got that kind of money.
John, did we just become BFFs?
I think so.
I think we did.
I think
so. Thank God for the Thunder losing. They make us all come together. See how great it is for the NBA that Wemby got to the finals.
Yeah. Hey, Grant, remember how you want to talk Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
Do we want to? You guys want to?
You're the one who wanted to from the beginning.
No, hold on. I'm a Rams fan. I can talk about this for the next hour.
That was the point.
What's there to talk about? The Rams are going to go undefeated next year. They're going to stay in Los Angeles for the entire playoff and win the Super Bowl.
I was going to gauge your guys' interest in Aaron Donald.
Short conversation.
Back because we have
and
more,
they get Joe Burrow,
we
then
have
they
more
win 5
texts
straight
from insiders and guys going on the Pat McAfee show saying that, I got to light the fire and I got to ignite it.
I told you he's coming back. When this was a conversation, I said, he's going to come back. It's no doubt in my mind.
When do you think he's coming back? You think he's going through training camp?
Hell no.
Good.
No, he's not going to training camp.
We'll see him preseason week 3.
No, we may even see him week 4.
You're not going to see him.
Maybe week 1 if he wants to show up.
You're not going to see him until he'll ramp up in his own way. You won't see him to the first game of the regular season, and they will use the first 4 games as preseason games to ramp him up. Because what you don't want to do is put him in any kind of situation where he'll get hurt. His contract will be completely incentive-based, but there'll be stupid-ass incentives like, if they win 4 games, he gets $5 million. Oh, they make the playoffs, he gets $10 million. It'll be dumb shit like that because against the salary cap, his hard salary, they can't just pay him $25 million. So Les Snead is smart enough to just go, hey, man, we make it to the Super Bowl. That's another $15 million for you. Because Stan Kroenke will just roll the check out.
He's gonna play about 10 snaps week 1, about 15 week 2, maybe hit 20 week 3, and then be starting week 4.
Yes. And then you're gonna see the greatest pass rush in the history of football that we've ever seen. It probably ever, and we'll never see anything like this again. You have a generational pass rusher in his prime in Myles Garrett, and you have the greatest defensive tackle in the history of football. They're going to play at the same time with Byron Young, who led the team in sacks, and all this other thing.
That's ridiculous.
And you added McDuffie in the secondary.
McDuffie.
He's going to look like Deion Sanders and Darrelle Revis out there because the quarterback is going to be throwing ducks in the air because he's going to be running for his life.
Well, here's going to be the best part. We're going to be seeing the Rams be up by 25, 30 points, and their opponents are going to be running the ball because they'll have a better chance than if they're trying to throw with the way their defense is set.
Not if Poona Ford has something to say about it.
And we never even mentioned him.
He's great against the run. He was awesome last year.
So you're going to put Aaron Donald, Poona Ford, Young, and Garrett on the line. Well,
that's absurd.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Isn't that what you do in like a creative team on a video game?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's where you don't realize that you
by the
can't
way.
just have all the best players.
The computer on the game goes, nah, you can't do that. We rejected that trade. Like this is
they even tried the Jared Verse trade with him and it didn't work.
What team in their right mind would have
they didn't let it go through?
What team in their right mind would have the reigning MVP, the reigning defensive player of the year, and the runner-up of offensive player of the year? Oh wait, it exists.
Yeah. It doesn't make any. This is why I say I don't know how other teams got wind of this and let this happen. This gives credit. There are only two front offices I'm afraid of. The Rams are number one. The Eagles are a very, very close number two. Because I think they're going to do something too. Because they were, you ain't finna steal my lunch, motherfucker. I got something for your ass too.
For the first time, the Garrett trade was the first time, the Philly people, sports radio, the fans, kind of put less over Howie. We've never done that.
It was brilliant.
For the first time, great. Like people were like, Les Need may be even better than what we think Howie Roseman is, because they held on to this since March. They've been talking about this trade since March.
Yeah, because realistically, Myles Garrett should have gone for more than what because
how
I mean,
hey, what he can do. I mean, he's the all-time leader in sacks in a season. That's
Micah Parsons had 2 firsts attached to him. Sauce Gardner had 2 firsts attached to him. I get Jared Verse involved, who obviously we all know is a great player.
He's a first-round pick.
He's a first-round pick. But this trade should have been, because when I first heard it, and it was Myles Garrett for Jared Verse and draft picks, my immediate thought was 2 firsts and a second.
Me too.
Wait, and then hold on, and then wait,
and then it was a first, a second, and a third. I'm like, wait, what?
And then hold on, in that Micah Parsons trade, didn't the Cowboys also get what's his name? Was it Quinnen Williams? Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, they got a good player too.
Yeah, but they also had to give up the first too, like more than Myles Garrett, which is
that's what I'm saying. They gave up more or they got more for Micah Parsons than realistically the Browns could have gotten.
Can I say this? I always don't understand how teams that go in, like, say you're the Browns, right? And unfortunately, you are the Browns GM.
Anything could go wrong with now.
Yeah. How do you, that Howie Roseman, that Les Snead, that multiple front offices, which one the elite front offices are.
Yep.
And these teams still do trades with them. This is not just an NFL thing. This is across sports. It's like, first of all, the Nico Harrison Rob Pelinka one was league manufactured, and I'm never going to get over that.
And that had something that had other things to do.
Right, John, and you nailed it when you talked about it. But my point is, why do these teams go into these and act like they're going to win these trades against these elite front offices across multiple sports? It happens all the time. It seems like all of these elite organizations always get awesome players. Oh, we're not going to draft Jalen Carter. We're going to let the Eagles take him. Oh, we're not going to draft Malachi Lemon.
No, the Bears made that mistake. Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
No, everybody did. It's not just the Bears. Literally, look at where he's drafted.
The Bears traded with the Eagles to give them the pick. Yeah, don't do that to me.
I know, but my point, he wasn't the number 1 overall pick, so other people had the chance to draft him, and they did not. My point here is that I don't know why we keep letting all of these teams, and the Rams are included in this. I'm a Rams fan, but I can say this. They keep trading with these elite organizations like they're not going to, like they think they're going to win. And it happens. The Lakers always get good players. The Yankees, I know that they haven't won a title in a long time, but they usually get good players. The Dodgers, like these teams make trades with the Dodgers. Like, oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, here's this guy. Here's this guy. We're going to trade you Tyler Glasnow. Why not? We're going to trade you Mookie Betts. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you doing?
The Dodgers, the Rams, they always get away with underpaying.
Like, here, Rams, here's the best defensive player that maybe we've ever seen here. Like, go ahead. You know what?
Well, and in the case with the Browns, the Rams were brilliant. Like, hey, we know you need picks to rebuild because you can't afford other players because of Deshaun Watson's contract. So you're going to get this, and this is it. And the Browns are just like, you know what?
But they didn't have
it's
to.
still
they
not
didn't have to
bad. No, they did not have to.
They did not have to trade him. You're telling me they didn't shop around anywhere else and find anything better than
you're going to give it to one of the best teams in the league.
Well, one verse plus Jared verse and the second and third. They might have not got more because the other teams are just like, hey, we know your guys are stuck because of Deshaun Watson's contract. So, ha to you. This is our low ball offer. And this offer from the Rams, where reality Myles Garrett should be worth more, this offer that the Rams gave him was probably by far the most that any other team did give them.
Let me also tell you why the Rams are smarter than everybody to have done this, and I'm going to shit on the Eagles when I'm done.
Good.
Yippee!
Can we clip that?
I can do it. I'll get it to you guys.
The Rams did this knowing when we do this after the draft, because of the draft coming up, everyone's going to hoard their picks. Everyone's going to protect their picks because they think they're 5 generational quarterbacks in this draft. So they're not going to want to trade you Browns any first-round picks. So we will give you a first-round pick, even though it's pretty much going to be the 30th pick or however late you can get because of what they're going to do record-wise. We'll make this look really good. We'll even throw Jared Verse in there because we don't want y'all to get embarrassed. But we already know we outsmarted y'all because y'all let us do this trade after the draft because the June 1st contract mumbo-jumbo that y'all got yourself into. 2, I like Howie Roseman. I like the Philadelphia Eagle front office. That team is stacked. Trading A.J. Brown because he didn't get along with your quarterback was the most asinine thing that team could have done. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. I'm going to let you get it off. Let me finish. Jalen Hurts has played on a stacked roster since the day he came into the NFL, whether it be they just switched out DeAndre Swift for Saquon Barkley, who is a much better running back, so they actually upgraded from a stacked roster. He's had 2 number 1s, and he's had an all-pro running back and the best offensive line in football until this particular year. What do you mean you can't get along with A.J. Brown? And so because of that, you had to get rid of him. Now, when he still doesn't throw the ball up the middle of the field, now when Devontae Smith can't get open, when these rookies you're expecting to take up the middle ground can't because they're rookies, what are you going to say now, Jalen Hurts? It's going to be on you. And if this is giving away my dislike for Jalen Hurts, sorry, I'm not buying it.
Listen, the A.J. Brown thing, it wasn't Jalen wanting A.J. to go. It was A.J. wanting to go. For whatever reason,
Why?
He had problems with Jalen Hurts thinking Drake
They aren't
May
as
is going to be a
close
better
as they
solution.
used to be, as A.J. Brown said.
Like, come on, man. And then there's some salacious stuff going around. It's just rumors. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know.
Give it to me then. Give me some salacious.
No,
I love salacious.
It's the post show, Tim. You have to say it. Curse too if you want to. I want to edit it out.
Post show style.
There are rumors about side pieces.
I can bring that up.
Well, who better to guide him with side pieces than Mike Vrabel? It's perfect.
It's the king of side pieces in the NFL right now.
And reportedly, A.J. Brown was upset that Jalen Hurts did not defend him. Allegedly.
That's such high school shit, though. Like, you hear what we're talking about?
But this is what was going on in Philly, whether it was just the football or not, because he was dissatisfied with his quarterback. So what does Howie Roseman do but to trade him? He didn't want to trade him.
But here's the thing. Because of whatever this animosity is, they did not get nearly as much for him as they could have. Because A.J. Brown, he did not have a good season last year because of whatever the animosity is happening. But the man is still a top 10 receiver in the league. And you're telling me that a top 10 receiver in the league is only worth 1 first, where to the point that you just made regarding the Rams, the Patriots pick is going to be somewhere in the 20s. It's going to be somewhere in the 20s and a 5th? That's it for a top 10 receiver?
This is crazy.
And the trade is coming for 4 months, by the way. This trade was forecast for 4 damn
Right. So on top of that, even on top of that, that's when also the Patriots are just like, hey, we know he's coming here, so we're gonna lower our offer.
So that's the problem. Obviously, I think the Waddle got traded for more.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Waddle got traded for more, which is why.
What was the Waddle details? I'm going to pull it up.
People are a little bit disappointed in Howie in comparison to what Les Snead just did. Like, we still believe in Howie Roseman. He has a great track record, and he'll continue to do good in the future.
The Dolphins got a first, a third, and a fourth.
Yeah, that's
a lot more.
But what was Howie supposed to do? Like, I feel like he was.
What you mean?
Listen to other offers, or keep them, or keep the man, or keep the top 10 receiver.
This offer, you have a
it's like he had to go to the Patriots. It's like it was just set in stone.
Right?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because the Rams were out. The Rams were they were out. So
there's so many teams that would want to take on a receiver like
that.
Are
you telling me
Chargers,
a team like
good job, John?
A Charger would be, but like, let's throw another. Are you telling me a team like the Saints will not offer multiple guys to give Tyler Shuck a top weapon?
No,
in that division they are.
No.
In that division they are. Crazy.
Yeah, but the Saints aren't going to win their division.
Right, no, I was saying that is respect. Hey, you want to give a guy like him such a top talent to throw the ball to. Yeah, I like him too.
So now as the Philadelphia Eagles, you have the third best quarterback in the division.
Stop it.
Cook him, John.
He's right.
You got the third best quarterback in the NFC East now. Because Dak is better. I'm not a fan of Dak, but Dak is a good football player. He's better than Jalen Hurts statistically, if you look at it.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels got way more promise and has shown way more ability than Jalen Hurts at the NFL level. And so now it's just between you and I guess the opener, who I'm calling them the opener from now on, the Giants quarterback. What we doing?
The opener.
Well, no, I'll tell you what, dude, because this was going to be one of my key NFL hot takes to of prediction season. Because Grant knows my track record with preseason NFL hot takes. Last year I said, watch out for Harold Fannin, and the Panthers would make the playoffs.
Watch out for the Panthers. They almost beat my Rams.
And that all came true. I'm telling you right now, the Eagles will not make the playoffs this year.
Oh, cook them.
Ooh.
I'm not shocked.
That's absurd.
I don't know if I'd go not make the playoffs.
Tell us why.
Playoffs is not happening.
Why? Well, again.
Let him explain why. Let him explain why they will. Because I agree.
Why they will not make the playoffs. I said they will not make the playoffs.
Right. I'm saying he's going to explain to us why they will.
Okay, you go ahead. You go ahead,
Tim.
There are locked for 10 wins still. The Giants are still the Giants. I don't believe in Jaden Daniels.
That's two.
Jaden Daniels got you convinced after one season that he was something.
Look at John's throwing balloons.
I'm celebrating. Already celebrating the playoff berth.
Listen, like Jaden, I don't believe in the Commanders. Yes, what's happening,
guys? We killed Grant. We killed Grant. He's got the confetti gone.
There's no team I believe in more in the NFC East than the Eagles. Now I'm not saying they're going to win the division.
That's a problem.
But there's no roster better currently still than the Eagles.
We talked about
the NFL.
Hey, we talked about men crying on this show earlier. You're gonna be crying by the end of the season, okay? Because your heart gonna get broke.
No. We don't even have to say end of the season. We'll say week 1.
I'm not saying they're winning the Super Bowl. This is a transition year for them. But even still, yes.
Transition? What are you talking? Transition? They only gave up one guy. That was a transition year?
It's a transition year, bro. They have a new offensive coordinator again. Like,
who fault is that?
Yeah, but exactly. Like, we're not just going to be like, oh, that's okay then.
Oh, transition year, my ass.
Here's hold on.
The Rams have a new offensive coordinator.
Can I point this out though? I can't talk about how much I love this. I made the take that the Eagles will miss the playoffs, and I haven't had to explain anything. It's all been done for me. That my point is proven.
To call this a transition year when the quarterback's still there, the MVP running back is still there. You still have Devontae Smith, who they believe to be a number 1 wide receiver. You still got Jalen Carter. The defensive line is still intact, and that was the star of that team last year. That's what kept them in it.
Are they better than the Rams?
No.
Hell no.
So it's a transition year. So what are we talking about?
They're not better. So they're not better than 3 teams in the NFC West. They're not better than at least 1 team in the NFC East, and they're not better than at least 2, probably 3 teams in the NFC North. Therefore, based on that math, they ain't making the playoffs.
Right.
They're better than the Cowboys. They're better
Nope.
than the Giants.
Not now. Not now.
They're better than the
Lions.
You still better than the Giants.
They are not better than the Lions.
They're not better than the Lions. They're not better than the Lions.
Cowboys have improved. Commanders are finally healthy. Giants. I know the Giants are not getting anywhere close to playoffs, but the Giants are going to be much better than they were last year, and will definitely steal one of the games against the Eagles.
They're not better than the Giants. They're not better than the Cowboys. They are better than the Cowboys. They are better than the
Giants, dog. Let's not get crazy.
The Eagles are better, but the Giants will steal one of their games against the Eagles.
I don't agree with that at all.
They'll steal a game, but they're not going to steal their playoff spot.
I didn't say the Giants will make the playoffs, but I said based on the Giants improving, steal one of the games, Commanders being healthy, and the Cowboys are better than the Eagles right now. Between that and the other divisions, Eagles are not making the playoffs.
I think that
okay. So this is how I see it. Cowboys hype whatsoever.
I think the Seahawks are better. I think the Rams are better. I think the Bears are better. I think the Lions are better. Green Bay's a toss-up. I won't be that disrespectful.
Thank you.
I think the Cowboys are better. Sorry.
What about the Niners?
I think the Niners is a toss-up as well.
Okay.
Because they're so injury-prone. And I think, I do believe Jalen Hurts is better than Brock Purdy. It's my personal opinion.
Sure.
A lot of people
That's fine.
Yes, John.
They're not 6 teams in the NFC better than the Eagles. That's all I'm saying.
You just named 7.
They're not.
I just named 7.
Mm-hmm.
I only gave you 2 toss-ups, and a toss-up means it can not go your way. I'm saying, dog.
I can't wait to revisit this in January.
I have trust in the veteran. I have trust in the veteran quarterback like Jalen Hurts, who's been there. Yeah, yes, because even though it's a transition year,
Stop saying that.
Transition.
I don't think it is a transition.
What transition to?
They're
transitioning offensive coordinator again. They're changing the
John. They're transitioning to their season ending after 17 games. That's what they're transitioning to.
That's fair.
A whole new offensive coordinator, a whole new offensive scheme again. That's what I'm like. We have the same discussion every year.
Okay, so thank you for saying that. Oh, you just said I'm glad you said that. Okay, listen. If you
show the confetti again.
If you have to have a new
how does that do that from that?
If you have to have a new y'all want some balloons?
I'll show you guys how to do it later.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. We're having a celebration for the Eagles' funeral. Is that what we're doing?
The balloons are somewhere in here.
Yeah,
anyway,
we got to do this one. Yeah.
My point being this, okay? If they need a new offensive coordinator every year because they keep believing the quarterback is underperforming because he's the key to the offense, that lies where your actual problem is.
No,
quarterback.
no.
Yes.
They shouldn't have graduated Kevin Patullo when he wasn't worthy of the position.
I agree. That's true. I agree with you.
That's the problem. That was the problem. Now
I agree with you. That's true.
The Jalen Hurts belief, to me, is wild. There's no way that you're looking at a guy like Jalen Hurts and saying that's now 2026. That guy could lead my team to a Super Bowl appearance. Not with that team.
He on the CJ Stroud bus.
Ooh.
Yo, this is disrespectful. This is
a lot.
Disrespectful. This dude should be a 2-time Super Bowl MVP.
Should be?
And you're talking about
should be.
I'm 6'7". I should be in the NBA. I'm here with you.
His defense let him down, but he still is a Super Bowl MVP. I can't believe y'all. Like, what are we talking about? CJ Stroud is nowhere near Jalen Hurts.
This year is Jalen Hurts going to be a top 5 quarterback in the league?
No, I'm not saying he's a top 5 quarterback, but I'm saying he's a top 10
quarterback in the league.
No,
but he's winning.
I got some gummies. I got some gummies at the table. They're not weed gummies. But I think you need one if that's what you out here talking about. Jalen Hurts gonna be a top 5 quarterback in what, flag football?
No,
he'll be a top 5 quarterback in his division.
Yeah, for sure.
No, he might even be top 3 in his division.
Any of this Jalen Hurts belief comes from. He has.
If he ain't better than the opener, he got problems.
I don't know. The opener's got some legs now. Like
a concussion.
3 concussions, probably.
I
feel like it's a lot of Eagles. I feel like it's a lot of Eagles hate. Like,
stop it! No,
it's not even Eagles hate.
We're just being realistic. I do hate them, but
Jalen Hurts is. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is Joe Montana, but winning matters for something. Darn. Damn, like it matters for something.
Ain't nobody saying about no Jalen. Listen, ain't nobody hating on the Eagles, dog.
I am.
What I hear is a bunch of people just calling it like they see it. And then you came saying that, are they better than the Rams? In which we all had a resounding no. And then you said it's a what you call the year? You call it a
transition.
That was a transition year. It's a transition year because they're not better than the greatest defensive line probably created it since man. So,
so you got to have a transition year. A transition year is when you change quarterbacks. It's when you
coaches.
Change coaches.
They change their offensive coordinator every year. Some
why? You gotta ask yourself why, though.
What are they looking for? What are they looking for that they can't find? Who is behind center that is not giving them what they're looking for?
That's what they're looking for. Somebody to be like, Jalen Hurts going over the middle and he listen.
In the 2 seasons they won the Super Bowl, they lost their offensive coordinator because obviously they were successful. In the following seasons, they replaced them with a buffoon. That's where we are. And they have to replace another buffoon.
Is under center.
That's true. That's true. I agree with you on that. Kevin Petula was awful at the job. That's not up for discussion.
That is true. He is.
We're on the same page.
They back out of it.
But you got to come up with a different phrase to what this year is, because you can't go around telling people that. I like you. I don't want you publicly getting embarrassed going around talking about this a transition year, because you're better than that. You got to get another buzzword.
What do you call a season when you know you're not winning the Super Bowl?
A season.
A season.
Okay,
it's NFL football season.
as a Clippers guy, every single year.
Yeah, that's called waking up in October. It's time for Clippers basketball, and you go, "Well, we're not winning this one this year."
Yeah,
the Eagles are not used to that. That's why it seems like a year of transition. I'll say that.
Well, come on, buddy. You're talking like you're the Patriots. This is relatively new for them too. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, this isn't a dynasty.
Let's not get crazy.
Remember that one time Jalen Hurts turned the ball over twice on one play? Like,
I told y'all, him and C.J. Stroud, same boat, rowing.
Stop it.
Different directions.
The disrespect with the
C.J. Stroud and C.J. Stroud and Jalen Hurts in the same rowboat going in different directions, pulling the oar at the different times. Just a big old circle.
Let me just try to look up what are the current quarterback free agents, because he might need to know who's available currently. The way we're all predicting Jalen Hurts is going to be. So
no, I will say another reason this is I've called the transition, because a lot of people.
Hey, you can get Russell Wilson out of the booth. I mean,
there's a lot of there are a lot of people who do question Jalen. I'm not saying like Jalen is Tom Brady. Like I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's proven that he's a winner. Obviously, he's not the most technically sound quarterback, and that's why this year is a big year for him.
That's why I'm calling. See, now you sound like now it's common sense, baby. Now we all
one of us.
We sound like we all have the same conversation now. We all sound like we're in reality again.
Now we're talking about what we see.
Yeah, y'all making it sound like he's a straight bum. He's not a winner.
He's not a bum, but we're acting like he could be top 5 in the league, and he.
No, you said that. Did you say that?
Like John and Josh think that Chet is a bum, not Jalen.
No, he is not.
I never said Chet is a bum.
What are you doing?
You said he. Why would
pulling the strings?
Was that you who brought up Ben Simmons?
I did not bring up Ben Simmons.
I brought up Ben Simmons.
You brought up.
But his point was valid. Stop it with this. We never said Chet was. Stop doing that to us. We never said that about Chet.
I heard it right here.
Grant, is it still rough times to be a Dodger fan?
I'm not commenting on the matter.
Man, are you all right?
Did they win tonight?
Okay.
All of our.
Did they? I haven't even looked. Did they win tonight?
Maybe. Probably.
They won 7-0 against the upstart Diamondbacks. How about that?
Hey.
Otani's got an 0.0 ERA on. So hard for me.
Otani's only hitting 290 now, John.
Guys, the Dodgers only have a 7-game lead in the division.
Hold on
a minute. The Padres have not been playing good baseball. That's part of the reason why.
What you going? Why? You want to do that now?
Sure.
But guys, the Dodgers don't have the best record in the entire league. They're only second.
Yeah, the Braves have been awesome.
You know what?
Season's over. It's ruined.
Listen, and we can end it on this note. Okay? I want to be fair.
Too much fun, Graham.
It's a transition year for them.
Yes.
Okay?
They're transitioning from their second chip to their third chip.
They're transitioning into a three-peat. So I know it's tough on you Dodger fans, but you'll get through it.
Hard. We're with you, Dodger fans.
Dude, you know how big of a loss Ben Rortvedt was to the Dodgers in this transition year? Like, Ben Rortvedt is not on this team anymore. It just hurts.
So bad.
Listen, I can't wait till the Eagles are 8-4 in December.
And then finish 9-8. And then finish 9-8.
Because they've done that before.
I just can't wait for all the Jalen Hurts slander that's going to come through this year. It's going to be beautiful for me.
Just like I said, the Knicks dogs will show out. The Eagles will show out and be 8-4 in December.
8-4 in December.
8-4 is all fine and good, but they got 5 more games after that.
We'll be in the playoffs.
Okay. All right, guys. All right, guys. We're going to end on that. It's been a long show, and we will have all of it on YouTube at the end of the day. I'm going to go edit this stuff. It'll be on all audio platforms if you want to hear it there, too. These guys are awesome. John, go follow him at his podcast. He is there every day on our X Sporting Tribune page. Look at that. He's got the confetti going still. Timothy Parker is the man, even though we gave him hell for the Eagles. David Bloom, you are awesome. Josh Tariff, awesome takes as always. Grant, get out of these people's faces. This is the Sporting Tribune today. We will see you guys tomorrow if anyone wants to join us. Take care.